With the revised version of Chapter 13 set to be released in a few weeks' time, Haruyoshi Sawatari, the producer who's working on Final Fantasy XV's DLC, has detailed quite a few of the changes that we will definitely be seeing. This all came from an interview that was conducted by Game Informer, where they were speaking about episode Gladiolus, which will release on the same day as the patch update that contains the Chapter 13 revision. And as had been alluded to before, there will be big changes to Chapter 13. Hajime Tabata had even said at one point in the past that there will be a top to bottom overhaul, and from what Sawatari has said, that doesn't seem too far-fetched. One of the big changes will be with the gameplay, as they're adding in the ability to play as another character. When talking about this, Sawatari said that before, obviously it's just Noctis by himself, kind of alone without the powers of his weapon summoning abilities, but what we've done with Chapter 13 is we've added a separate route for Gladio and Ignis after they get split up from Noctis, so you actually get to play as Gladio. Personally, I think this is a nice touch, but it's also a rather calculated and smart one. They've clearly put a lot of work into episode Gladiolus, primarily to ensure that Gladio plays in a different way to Noctis, and they will be integrating that playstyle into the main campaign without consumers having to purchase any of the DLC. However, it does also serve as a nice teaser for what you can expect in episode Gladiolus as a standalone campaign. I will also add that at this point it's not quite clear whether this will all play through as part of the narrative as a forced segment, or whether it's the player that gets to choose whether they want to play as Gladiolus, but we'll find out soon enough. Either way, they will likely need to have some kind of tutorial as Gladiolus fights in a very different way to Noctis, so it will be interesting to see how they integrate that and also keep things fluid with the chapter. Outside of these new segments that will focus on Gladiolus and Ignis, new scenes will also be added to expand the story of Iedolas Aldercapt and Ravus Nox Fleuret. No details were given beyond that, but there will hopefully be scenes that expand upon Iedolas' transformation into the demon Thoras, as well as Ravus' final stand and conversion by Arden. Sawatari was also keen to stress though that any changes that they do make to the presentation of the story, which he noted will include new scenes for Noctis too, will be isolated to Chapter 13 only. The other big change comes with the Ring of the Lucii. Although it was powerful in the original version of Chapter 13, it was also somewhat cumbersome to use, and it's something that did not go unnoticed by the development team. In the interview, Sawatari said, "We're overhauling the ring magic, so the 3 spells that you could use with the Ring of the Lucii, these are completely powerful now, like super powerful." It's obviously difficult to quantify just how powerful they will be until the patch arrives, but this is a welcome change. I mean, I'm not too sure about how you guys felt about it, but after Chapter 13 ended, I personally didn't ever feel compelled to use the Ring of the Lucii again, so anything they can do to make it more appealing would certainly be helpful. Anyway, are you guys excited for these changes to Chapter 13? And do you think it's a good move for them to introduce Gladiolus as a playable character during this chapter? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. If you'd like to support our channel, please head over to Patreon at patreon.com/FFUnion. These awesome folks have already done so why not join them? Anyway, thanks for watching guys, this is Daryl signing out, I'll see you next time.